Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll talk to you again at halftime. But for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air, and we get you set for football from rainy Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, we've got two NFC West teams here. Your assessment of the state of the division coming into 2019, is it the Rams to lose?
We saw the changing of the guard with the Rams taking over from Seattle a couple of seasons ago. But Seattle got back in the game pretty fast, didn't they? You remember preseason last year? It was doom and gloom. They ended up in the playoffs. Arizona, they're kind of hitting the reset button. It's San Francisco to keep your eye on. With good health, good drafts, they could be the team that can really contend.
Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals set to go on offense. It'll be Kyler Murray leading the way. What a year for him at Oklahoma in 2018. Heisman Trophy winner, better than 4,300 passing yards, 42 touchdowns. And don't forget about running the football as well. He had a 1,000-yard season rushing it with 12 touchdowns on the ground as well. This is Kenyan Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran L. Fitz.
Love the way you phrased it, crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Rams now under their 33-year-old head coach, Sean McVay. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
What? Block 20. Block 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
3rd and 2. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Let's go.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
Defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
From the time he entered the NFL, Terrell Suggs has been a load to block for anyone. His ability to get upfield and make plays in the backfield, almost unparalleled.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Here we go.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Goff now looking to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Charles, before Arizona starts this next drive, let's look at where they're at. 3-9-1. What's interesting is they've lost 6 straight. They played Detroit in week 1. Those two teams tied. And then those two teams were 3-3-1. And both squads have lost 6 in a row since. But as you were saying to me off air, kind of like the Cardinals, they seem to have some promise with their 3-9-1 record.
I would agree with that. And I think it started in that season opener because they were down big to Detroit at home. Came back and tied it. I think Detroit left disappointed, and Arizona left that game encouraged. And even as the season goes on with all these losses in a row, there's a lot of encouragement because you start with Kyler Murray. He's kept his team in a lot of games, even though he threw 3 picks in this last one. And Chandler Jones never gets talked about as one of the best defenders in the league. He had his 14th sack in this game, 2nd in the league in that category. He is a good player, and I think this team, I think the arrow, definitely moving up for Arizona.
Last 3 games, if they want to try to break this losing streak they're on, though, they're home for Cleveland, then at the Seahawks, and then on the road again against the Rams.
I'm calling it now. They beat Cleveland at home.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Let's go, folks.
Automatic 1st down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
180. 59. Check right, check right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Come on, 180. Walk to me, drop.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way.
85 is coming. 85 is coming. Watch him. Single.
Murray now on first down. This complete to the tight end Clay. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Rams' 37-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. And a Cardinal first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
58, right over there.
On first and 10, here's Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and it's second down.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 brings up third and inches.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Murray going to try to throw on third down. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defense. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it, because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Let's go.
As the Rams set up shop for this next drive, Charles, let's talk about where they're at. They're 8-5. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Big win in Week 14 against Seattle. And guess what the key to their victory was in Week 14?
What's the key? What's the key?
Going back to what they did last year, pressure with their defensive line and a heavy dose of Todd Gurley.
Yeah, that pressure led to 5 sacks of Russell Wilson in the game, and Todd Gurley had 20-plus carries in the ball game, looking more like himself now. I wonder if the load management helped him to get him to this stage of the season, but they'll need everything down the stretch, because not only do they have to win out, they're going to need some help along the way. They don't control their own destiny. At Dallas, at San Francisco, host Arizona, they're looking for some losses along the way, especially with Minnesota.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now we see a man who got a workout in last year's Super Bowl, Johnny Hecker, on to punt for the Rams. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or at worst, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. Murray now on first down. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the twist.
Murray now to throw. There's a flashy move by Fitzgerald. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Murray now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Quick strike here, Murray to Fitzgerald. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, it's gone. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, How tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 8-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Goff. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Here goes tonight. 180. They gonna need some therapy after this.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Nikel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
20. 43. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
59, Mike the 59. Know your job.
3rd and 2, Goff. And that is incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Let's go. 70 ended. 58. Come on. Watch the crowd. Watch the crowd.
1st down, Murray. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 2nd and very short, Murray over the middle, and it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now Murray. The pass complete. It's Bird. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Murray now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's going to take off with it. Touchdown, Arizona. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here we go.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take... Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all. And that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
It's just me and you.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And now it's 2nd down.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Mike 59.
Now Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
after the made field goal. Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Well, you told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Running from the gun, Johnson. Big hold of the 30, and all the way up to the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. To throw is Murray, and that will be incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Like 20.
Now it's gone. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
Clock rolling here. About to hit 30 seconds. Back to throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
One last throw here for Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.